Hello, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. If you are new on this channel, my name is Molly of Molly Local Poultry Farm. Molly Local Poultry Farm is found in Busega, Chibumbiro, near Costa Stage. Busega Chibumbiro is within Kampala, so we are living in Kampala. Molly Local Poultry Farm is found in Kampala, just a few meters from Busega roundabout. Yeah, I welcome you all, those who are from the church. Welcome back. Abagenda obugenzi mugende naffe mutusabireko, abavuddeyo mukulikeeyo. N'abasabye yesterday bane mukulikeeyo okusinza oba okusaba Katonda. In today's video, I would like to share with you the amount of money or the profits you get when you keep 100 birds. My dear, remember in Rock Birds, in Rock Chicken, or in this venture of Rock Chicken, enamba yonna gy'otandika nayo esobola okutuusa ku namba gy'oyayanira. Any number you start with can make you to reach the number you are yearning for. So it's just a matter of starting, and you give those birds enough care. That is it. So if you keep 100 birds, my dear, how much do you put in? How much money do you put in, and how much are you going to get as profits? Remember, as I always tell you, start small and grow big. It does not make sense to start with thousands of birds and you fail to feed them. Remember, these birds, they eat or they are supposed to feed every day, and you have to give them enough feed such that they gain weight. Now, if you are to keep 100 birds, my dear, make sure that you have at least 1.5 m. 1.5 m. That money will help you to push you from day one up to 4 months. But on that 1.5 m, don't get money for buying drinkers, feeders, iron sheets, nails, what and what. That 1.5 m is money just for feeding birds. That's one. Two, vaccinating and giving them treatment. So just for buying feeds and treatment plus vaccine. So if you are to keep 100 birds, make sure that you have finished your poultry house, you have bought the drinkers, you have bought the nails, the iron sheets, each and everything. Make sure that the structure is already there, and the feeders, drinkers, each and everything to be using at the farm. Make sure that they are all ready. Don't reduct anything from that 1.5 m. That 1.5 m is mainly for feeding, vaccinating, and treating those birds in case they get sick. That is it. So, my dears, you are going to ask me, how much will I get from those 100 birds? How much money, how much profit will I get? My dears, if you keep your 100 birds, let's say you will get 50 cocks and 50 hens. Then you sell cocks at 3.5 months or 4 months. You get back that some money. If you sell 50 cocks, let's say at 30,000 each, how much will you get? Get a calculator and tell me the answer. Now, after selling those cocks at 3.5 months or 4 months, we are expecting these hens to start laying at 4.5 months. So the money you get from the cocks will help you to push these hens until they start laying eggs and they feed themselves. Then, when these hens start laying eggs, we are expecting one tray per day. That means in a week we are having 7 days. So one tray times 7, that is 7 trays per week. Assuming those eggs we are going to sell them in the supermarkets, in the markets. just for eating, not fertilized ones. Let's assume that we are going to sell them at 20,000 per tray. 20,000 per tray, that means you are supposed to get 140,000 shillings per week. 140,000 shillings per week, that means that you are going to deduct 70 for feeding the birds. Then the 70, we can call it the profits. But on that profit, let's say you are having a worker deduct some like uh, 10 or 20 for the worker a week. Then the other remaining 50 is your profit, you as the boss of the farm. So the other 70 is just for feeding, for feeding these birds. And sometimes you don't use all the 70,000 shillings to feed the birds in 1 week. No, my dear. So there will be some balance, and that balance will help you to vaccinate, maybe. So if you are good at taking care of these birds, if you give them enough care, if you treat them well, if you feed them well, my dears, you'll be able to get 140,000 shillings per week. Then you deduct the money for feeding them for the next week, then the balance will be your profits. That means that you are able to get at least minimally 50,000 shillings per week as a profits if you keep 100 birds. Now, some people, they fail to balance these things. My dear, that is 50. If you may ask, "Mother, what about in a month? What will I get?" Now, remember, now you are feeding only 50 birds. The cocks, you sold them off. You are feeding only 50 birds. So the 50 birds cannot consume the feeds for 70,000 shillings, my dear. No, 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 it's impossible. It's much. Eh? So you will get some balance out of the 50. Maybe when the feeds are very expensive. Now, if the feeds are not expensive, that 70 is much. They cannot consume all the feeds for 50,000 shillings. 50 birds, they cannot consume it. So you get some balance from there, and you can use that balance to pay the water bills. What else? The water bills. Yeah, that is it. So, my dears, don't fail to start. This is 2025 and it is coming to an end. My dears, start small and grow big. If you get that money, the 50 times 4 weeks, emitwalo etaano etaano emirundi ena, that is 200,000 shillings you are per month. So you'll be able to get minimally 200,000 shillings per month. That's when you are keeping 50 hens. You started with 100 birds, then you sell off the cocks and you remain with 50 hens. Then you continue feeding those 50 hens and you'll be getting 200,000 shillings per month. My dears, assuming you are keeping 200 hens, how many trays you will be getting? Out of the 50 hens, you'll be able to get 1 tray per day. 1 tray per day. Assuming you are having 200 hens giving you eggs per day. Now, how many eggs will be collecting, my dear? Hey! So, my dears, here at Molly Local Poultry Farm, we train people about local chicken. We sell the old chicks. We sell 1 month chicks. We sell fertilized eggs. We sell the mature birds. We sell 1 month chicks, the one old chicks, and the cocks for serving hens. Just book with us, my dear. You will not regret. Book with us. I assure you, my dear, you will not regret. If you want to come for training, my dears, come for training. The fee for training is only and only 50,000 shillings. 50,000 shillings per head. That is training. Yeah. Those who I need your fertilized eggs, just inbox me on 0787 96 20 70. Or you can call me on 0759 49 8204. My WhatsApp number is 0787 96 20 70. That is my WhatsApp number. Airtel is not on WhatsApp. So for people who are abroad, my dears, use my WhatsApp number, which is 0787 96 20 70. My local poultry farm is found in Busega, Chibumbiro. If you are on this channel, my dear, consider subscribing. Click on the notification bell such that you don't miss any video that I upload. I love you so much, friends. I wish you a happy Sunday. Bye bye.
Mpozzi gwe wenna ali eyo ng'oyagala mmere ya nkoko, oyagala mmere ya mbizzi, mmere ya nte, mmere ya mbuzi zo, jangu ku Alukindi Poultry and Animal Feeds bakuguze emmere, bakutabulire emmere. Enkoko zo zaakona, zaagaana okubiika, embizzi zo zaakona, zaagaana okukula, jangu bakutabulire buli kisolo kyonna, mmere ya nkoko, mmere ya mbuzi, mmere ya nte, mmere ya mbizzi, buli kimu bakirina. Jangu ku Alukindi Poultry and Animal Feeds basangibwa Busega mu Kibumbiro near Samona Factory. Ennamba z'essimu zeezo 0752720672. Be ba Alukindi Poultry and Animal Feeds we bali okuwa buli kimu kye weetaaga okuliisa enkoko zo, okuliisa ebisolo byo. Jangu obaguleko emmere y'enkoko, emmere y'embizzi, emmere y'ebisolo we bali okuweereza.